According to a study, 1 in 4 students in Germany feels very stressed. What do you think could be the reason for that?
Well, when you start to study, usually a lot of other things come along. Many students go out of their home, don't live with their parents anymore. Many of them for the first time. University and the studies you chose are more related to your future, to what you will work one day. And so I think this might produce more fears of what you will become one day. And also the never-ending I should, I could, I must do stuff without anyone telling you. There's no teacher like in school who tells you, you have homework until tomorrow, but you need to plan your time, you need to study on your own mostly. So I think these are the reasons why university students tend to be very stressed nowadays.
Why are students more stressed today than in the past?
So one thing might be Bologna, the change in the structure of the studies with bachelor and master degrees. Every exam counts now. So from the beginning on, students need to prove that they are worth of studying this. Every grade counts for the degree, and also students tend to be younger than in former times. So on the one hand, they're still more dependent on their parents, financially, psychologically, and on the other hand, they're younger and need to study on their own earlier than in former times. Right now, of course, with the pandemic, I think this is really hard for students right now.
Which factors lead most to pressure to perform, and how can it be reduced?
So I think there's personal factors, maybe a tendency to be perfect, maybe the experience of being the best in class, or I don't know, the smart kid in family. But there's also structural factors like the pressure to study just in time, no semester more. Also the comparison to other students. Suddenly you study something that you really want to do, and there's hundreds of other people who really want to do this too. And of course you start to compare yourself with others, but this might produce pressure. To prevent this pressure, try to focus on yourself. Try not to compare yourself that much to others. And also don't forget your hobbies, don't forget your personal development. I think between 18 and 25, 30, it's the time when you find yourself in the end, where you develop, where you find your new friends, really important friends, and this way you can prevent stress and be a better student at the same time.
What causes examination anxiety and what can be done about it?
Examination anxiety is a fear in the end. And fear has a certain function. In an evolutionary perspective, fear protects us. It helps us to react faster, to work more effectively in the end. So until a certain point, fear or anxiety is useful, is functional. But then it can turn dysfunctional, it can turn unproductive. In modern psychology or psychopathology, examination anxiety is seen as part of social anxiety. So most people are not really afraid of not being able to pass the exam, or are not afraid of this. They are not afraid of not being able to deal with the material, but more that this is seen by others. that in comparison to others, they are not as good, that they do not perform that well. I think what helps with examination anxiety is to take the perspective of the others. Do you care what others write in their exams? Do you care what grade they get? Of course, it helps to prepare in a good way to study a little before the exam and strengthen your resources to think of something positive before you go to the exam.
What is important in one's own time management to prevent stress?
The most important thing is to see it as a time management and not as work management. So if you schedule your time, don't just put study, work, study in it. But it is very important to sleep, it's very important to eat, it is very important to have a good time as well. Yeah, if you, for example, write to-do lists, most important thing is that they're doable, that you don't put your goals too high. Yeah, you also schedule free time with your friends, time to develop personally.
Do you think that anonymity in particularly large study programs could play a role in causing stress?
So social isolation itself is a stress factor. And on the other hand, a coping strategy for stress is friends, as a social network. So if you're new in a city and you come to, and you study something with, I don't know, hundreds of students, and it's really hard to get to know them, I think there's a lack of the coping strategy if you don't know anyone, and on the other hand, the social isolation is a stress factor itself.